Hey, what's up, everyone? So it's Eli Adami here again, coming to you live from another job site. I'm actually in the process of trying to get to a good progress point that's worth noting, that I can say to myself that the job's almost done. Right now, it's taking a little bit longer than I had anticipated because we have different sections of the job. We do a lot of make readies and flip houses, and so it's not uncommon that we wind up in the house as a turnkey project and then end up doing a lot more than what was anticipated going in. Unfortunately, we haven't quite got ourselves to the point where we can eliminate dealing with the middleman, and in different scenarios that could be a different face. You know, sometimes it's the homeowner themselves, sometimes it's a realtor, sometimes a property manager. Very rarely is it a full turnkey job where all the authority and decision making is left on us, which is really kind of what I want to get more involved with. I'd really like to be able to see houses turned around in the manner that I'm most familiar with making them look. That's the most popular and that's the most desirous to people who are looking for a house that has all the bells and whistles already taken care of and addressed going in. Unfortunately, what happens in the market is that because competition is stiff, because there's a lot of options to choose from, a lot of people tend to shop around for something that's a little more basic and neutral, and then they'll flavor it accordingly once they're already in, which is very good for a flip business because it allows the people who are actually contracting, or the ones who are doing the work, to use a little bit less, less commitment, I should say, to having to have a finished product of their desire, because it's more likely going to be changed when somebody else moves in. So it's kind of like you do the most popular things that look the most decent, so then that way you can showcase the home as is. A lot of times what happens is that we run into people that are unsure of what it is that the community is looking for, what it is that new buyers are looking for, and so we try to stay on the up and up with what's popular, what's in high demand, what color schemes and schematics are making the home look nice and kind of tying in very well with the houses that are nearby. A lot of times what I like to do is I like to take a look at the houses that are brand new to the market. Brand new houses going up in new subdivisions tend to have the things that people are looking for already as part of the package, and so it makes it a little bit easier to match what a new house would have and bring it into an older home. And I personally have a big passion and big heart and love for older homes. I like to go in and find the root of problems that may have been ignored for some time, or maybe were overlooked, or maybe for whatever reason the person who lived there just never saw it as a problem. And I like to be the one that takes those kind of like take them in like a pet and give them the nourishment that they need. That way the finished result can kind of be one of a little bit more involvement in that home itself, into bringing it to back up to standard, back up to the standards of the new homes going up. And I think that what happens is that as a lot of people start to get into the home buying business, or they, even if there's just their first home that they're looking to buy, they tend to go with what is suggested to them. They get a lot of input from friends, family, if they have a realtor, and they get input in that way. And because of that, they migrate away from the old-timey nostalgic feel that comes along with having a home that's more older. And there is a feel, I personally think, that comes with an older home that kind of has a story. It gives a little bit of life to it, and it has its own story that it tries to say or tries to tell. And like, for instance, this house that we're working in right now, it has some old real solid wood floors, and the color was kind of like a mahogany, red mahogany, and it's just gone worn over time, and the polyurethane's coming up. It is definitely not a bad floor. It just needs to be refinished. And something that I appreciate about real solid wood floors is that you can still capture the essence of the wood grains and everything else, and they have more life to it than what these laminates and these even engineered woods are coming out with, because the companies that manufacture them, their key is to make them look more like real wood, or to give them the impression of real wood. but there's something to be said for anybody who knows staining, anyone who knows their woods. There's something to be said for something that's real solid, that can be sanded down and refinished, and even the process alone of doing it it's satisfying and gratifying to be able to work through the stages and then watch it all come together and then stand over it when it's all said and done and say, hey, I saved this floor. And I think as, you know, technology advances to where people can just create laminates that mimic this, or they can create vinyls or even rectified tile that tends to carry this same look, you can still react the same after doing the installation, but there's a certain degree of pleasure that comes with having actually stripped something down all the way to base and starting all over from scratch. And when that's something that you actually have control of, and that's something that you can do on your own at your discretion, the finished result is amazing. The pleasure that comes with being able to look back and say, hey, this could have been tossed, it could have been in a scrapyard somewhere or in a dump, and instead it's still sitting right beneath the home that it was originally installed with, and with a brand new, vibrant overall look to it. I kind of feel a little bit like that's my life story. You know, I might be something of some sort that, if not sanded down to the base and refinished again, you know, the quality and the essence and the vibrancy that has come back out of me from having started from scratch and controlling the direction that I'm trying to go is without parallel. I compare a lot of my life experiences and a lot of my opinions to my real life and my characteristics and my personality, and I feel like just like the homes that I live to transform into a brand new result, I feel like, you know, I myself was one of my first projects, and I'm still a work in progress. I still have a long way to go to be to the stage that I want to be. But like that saying, that I may not be half the man that I want to be, but I'm a whole lot better than the man that I used to be. I can't complain. I can't go back and actually say that I have any regrets for any of the experiences that I've had, because they've helped shape me into who I am, and they help dictate the path that I walk. And because of that, I feel like I have not only just a story to tell myself and to tell those who are part of my immediate family and loved ones, but I have a story to share with y'all, with all the friends out there and all of society and the community that would be interested in hearing it. Keep pushing forward, keep progressing, and keep persevering, because the results are endless, and the only limitations that can hold you back are the kind that you hold on your own mind. So cast off limitations and go out and get it, all right? Thank you very much for tuning in and listening, and look forward to giving y'all some more videos soon. Bye.